What's your name?
Hey, I'm Don Stewart.
What do you do here?
I'm the Conservatory Director for the Actor Training Program, and I also teach acting in the second year track. What does being a Conservatory Director mean? It's basically I'm the principal of the program, if you put it in sort of public school. So I'm responsible for the curriculum and sort of and staff and assembling the class and just sort of making sure everybody's headed in the same direction.
Where are you from?
I grew up in New Jersey, so I'm an East Coast boy, and then I lived up and down the eastern seaboard till about 1986 when I moved to California.
Pismo or Avila?
I live in Pismo, so I think I have to go with Pismo, but Avila's lovely.
Pick one, the Marion, the Severson, or the Solvang Festival Theater.
The Severson. I'm a lot of my background is sort of black box and sort of smaller intimate spaces, and I really like that. Although the Severson is lovingly referred to as the Severson, because even though it feels intimate, it still requires some of the same sort of energy as the Marion, as you well know. Mm-hmm. As you both well know, I know.
How did you get involved in your field?
When I was in kindergarten, we were having a talent show, and I got up on a desk and sang "There Was an Old Lady Who Swallowed a Fly." And that was the moment I was bitten with the acting bug and the response of just live performance. And then it's something I did is I was a child actor for a lot of community theater, and then I keep trying to get away from it, but it keeps pulling me back in.
What's been your PCPA journey?
My PCPA journey has been a really fascinating one. So I started as a guest lecturer here. So there was a resident artist coming back from a summer gig at Utah Shakespeare Festival, and he was coming back in October, so they needed somebody to cover the first 6 weeks of the class. So that was me, and that was how I got my foot in the door. And the way I got my foot in the door is I did a play festival at one of the local high schools with Eric Stein's wife. And made connections that way. And then Eric recommended me to the conservatory director at the time to come in for that. And basically then I never left. So I was a guest lecturer for a good 10 years, and then became a full-time faculty member or full-time like a resident artist, and then stepped into the conservatory director position. So, and I've taught Actors Lab, which is basically improv, first year Shakespeare, second year Shakespeare, first year acting, second year acting, and a little voice and speech.
What's a show you worked on that you're really proud of?
Cesar here is my friend, Mother Road. I think Mother Road was just just a fantastic experience. And the audience has really responded to it. I love it that it's based here in a sense. So it was a reflection of the community we're in and the Steinbeck novel. So just an all around great experience. Plus I got to be choked out every night. So that was always fun.
What do you wish more people knew about PCPA?
I wish more people, well, one, that they knew about PCPA, that what a gem it is right here on the Central Coast, because I know we're in Santa Maria, which is northern Santa Barbara County for people that don't know, but where I'm in San Luis Obispo County, which is just the county to the north, and I can't get my people in Pismo to cross the Santa Maria River and come see shows, right? It's like, it's 10 miles away, and people are like, nope, I don't go that way. So it's such a hidden gem, and now we're in our 62nd season coming up. Right, that it's just, I just wish people really knew about it and took advantage of it.
Who's one of your favorite collaborators here?
I love all my collaborators here, right? And that's true. I mean, I know that sounds like sort of just blowing smoke, but one of the reasons that I stay here is I adore the people I work with. And a chance I get to be in the work with them is a gift for me.
What 3 words would you use to describe your team of faculty?
Resilient, empathetic, and I'm going to give a hyphenated word, and they're really student-centered on their focus, so that it really isn't, from the instructional point of view, it's really focused on student growth and opportunity, and I love that because I think that's what, from a training program, that's where we should be focused.
Who should do this interview series next?
I do have somebody in mind. I don't know if I'm going to say a name, but I think that there hasn't yet been a female conservatory director, and I think it's probably time.
What's your favorite restaurant on the Central Coast?
Giuseppe's in downtown Pismo Beach. That's my sort of celebration place.
What's your favorite part of your job?
I love the breakthrough moments. right? And I love, because I love the blood, sweat, and tears, because it's also going to answer the later question too. The hardest part of the job is sort of the patience of letting people get there on their own. But being in the room with that sort of light bulb moment, that aha moment, where somebody's actually putting theory into action and they get it, and they have ownership of it, that's just exciting. I mean, that's gold.
What's your astrological sign?
I am a Taurus. So I'm coming into my Taurus season.
Favorite holiday?
It's hard for me to pick one, so I'm gonna pick a seasonal time. I'm gonna say the winter solstice. I just love, right, I love that, but probably because it's the pagan in me, I guess, or the Celtic part of my background. But I just love that it's sort of the idea of in those darkest times, it's all a celebration of light. And we're about to switch over into days becoming longer and more full of light. So I like that's sort of that directional period, and I like that most of the holidays that are celebrated about that are bringing light and love into the home and into the family units.
What's your favorite Shakespeare play?
Coriolanus. I just love it. That and Cymbeline, but I think Coriolanus because I directed it too as one of the rep shows here, so it's just juicy and meaty and still relevant.
What's a show you want to work on next?
Well, the one I'm excited about, so I'm doing Holmes and Watson next, so I'm excited to work on that. That's what the mustache is for. So in our next season, it's a new look and a new adaptation's probably just a lens on Shane, which is it's a Western novel. A lot of people read it when they were in school, and I just like her take on sort of the novel. And I like that about plays, where we start, which is what I love about Mother Road, right? We take a story we think we know, and we just shift the lens on it.
What show were you most looking forward to this upcoming season, or are in season 61?
Yeah, in season 61. My Much Ado was great. I loved that. I mean, but man, the emotional toll on that. So that was fun to do, and it was fun to actually, because the wedding scene is just that crazy. And sort of, and having the audience just take that ride. And then to try to build back from that was it's a fascinating journey character-wise. But I'm really looking forward to Holmes and Watson because I think it's just going to be a sort of a fun thrill ride for us and for the audience.
If you could trade places with anyone at PCPA for one day, who would it be?
I don't know. I'm going to say Molly Dobbs. I know, not tech, right? just movement.
Make some pies.
Yeah, exactly.
Some movement.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite writer?
Robert Parker. I used to love his novels. He wrote all the Spencer novels, like Spencer for Hire, and he's deceased. But he would do one of these sort of Spencer novels each summer, and I just loved him. It was easy summer reading, and sort of. And a friend of mine from college turned me onto it, so we would trade each other. So there's an emotional attachment to that series as well. Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about living on the Central Coast?
The weather, right? I live in Pismo Beach, so basically, I get to be outside. I mean, that's sort of part of that's my living room in a sense for all of us. So there's hiking. I also like that where we are, anything we want is an easy drive away. So if we want to go skiing, we want snow, we can drive to it and then come back and drive out of it. But yeah, it's just the weather, and I live on the ocean, so I just love that.
What's the most challenging part of your job?
I think it's the counseling aspect of my job, of trying to sort of be empathetic and a shoulder to lean on, and just sort of finding different ways to support the students on some of their toughest days, and get them to believe in themselves the way that I believe in them. So sometimes that it's a journey, and it takes a little bit more energy, and then I just being able to be there and be supportive and fully present sometimes with the students.
Yes. What is your favorite thing to eat for lunch?
Well, we have a Trader Joe's here, so probably anything from Trader Joe's, right? And it's sort of delicious because they've got sort of great like Thai food and Chinese food, and they've got great wraps and stuff like that. So instead of a sort of a thing, I think it's just sort of anything from Trader Joe's.
Where do you want to travel to next? Thailand
or Vietnam. So I haven't been. I've been to a lot of places in Europe. I've been to Australia. I just haven't been to that part of Asia yet. So I'd be really intrigued to go there. And especially Thailand now after White Lotus season 3.
What's a song you have on repeat?
I don't have a song on repeat, but the station I'm listening, I have a Pandora station, which is basically Kate Bush right now. So I'm doing a show that's set in the 80s, which is sort of that was my 20s. And so I'm just getting to relive a lot of sort of great 80s music, like Kate Bush and The Cure and Dire Straits and so it's been great. In Excess. So just that genre of music to just revisit has been great. So that's what's on repeat right now. Yeah.
Dogs or cats?
Tough one. I have cats, so I'm going to say cats, and I love my cats, so I don't want to disparage them. But I have cats also because the cats fit my lifestyle. But I grew up with dogs, so I like both. I'd love to have a dog, but there's no time to go home and walk them. Yeah.
Sweet or savory?
Savory. Love me some savory. Yeah.
Name a word that starts with the letter Q.
Quicksand.
Milk chocolate or dark chocolate?
Dark. The darker the better.
Go-to karaoke song?
Again, probably genre-wise, I'm gonna say sort of Meatloaf is anything from Meatloaf is what pops in, or American Pie, right? And American Pie is easy because everybody's singing with you, so there's always safety in numbers that way. Yeah.
Who inspires you?
My partner, Eric. He is just, his outlook on life reminds me to not take things so seriously a lot of the times. I'm an overthinker and an overplanner, and he's really good about sort of a positive outlook on life, really believing things will work out well, and reminding me to sort of like enjoy the now and live in the moment.
How do you relax after a long day?
Sometimes it's a hot tub. Sometimes it's binge watching or just mindless entertainment on like Netflix, sort of especially bad reality shows. I just finished. What did we just finish? There's some sort of millionaire show that's going on, right? But it's mindless. I'll go back to Survivor too. I mean, I love just Survivor. I don't have to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's your proudest accomplishment?
Probably in about 2010, my dad passed away, and he had two young boys. So they were 12 and they were 16, and they were my half brothers. And so we were the closest relatives. So we brought them here from New Jersey and raised them. So my partner and I, we stepped into sort of parenthood, which is something we hadn't planned for. And those boys, given everything that they had to live to, they turned out really well. Right? I mean, I just sort of giving them support and love and opportunity, and they just ran with it. So I think that as a whole, and finding like giving is just proud. They're just really, really good guys, and I love that for them.
Great. Thank you so much. That's all the questions we got for you.
Good. Thank you.
Thanks.